For a long time, I looked into this unfathomable void deep within me, without understanding where all my fears came from. I realized that acceptance, forgiveness, and trust opened the door to our world. Let me tell you how darkness settles in, and how we find the light again. I spent so many years hiding from the wind, cutting myself off from the world and my feelings. I understood that by offering my most sincere forgiveness, I was breaking the bars of my dark prison. Acceptance guides me and restores my gentleness. Trust is the key that sets my heart free. These three mindsets, so pure and so profound, are the bridge connecting me to my environment. When I let go of my doubts to embrace life, I feel the universe becoming my great friend. My soul opens wide, it breathes the outside in. I am no longer fighting, I am in complete harmony. But there was a time when I kept everything closed, my gaze so hardened and my heart so hurt. I did not know the path that leads to clarity, letting the darkness grow in my obscurity. Acceptance, forgiveness, trust are my only gateway to a gentle existence. It is the pure opening to what lives outside, the end of my battles, the peace of my surroundings. To not accept is first to close oneself off from the world. Then comes the conflict where quiet anger rumbles. We reject the outside world and the soul separates, creating a vast void in the middle of the fog. And it is from this void, frozen to its very core, that absolutely all our fears end up being born. At first we refuse to see, we lose all trust, we extinguish all hope. We build walls around our wounds, closing our minds beneath heavy armor. Then in a second phase, the battle resounds. We enter into major conflict with all of life. Our environment becomes an enemy, and we strike out at random, plunged into insomnia. We push love away, we tear apart bonds, believing we are saving ourselves. We destroy our loved ones. This fierce struggle that consumes our days cuts us off from the source and from all our love. But there was a time when I kept everything close, my gaze so hardened and my heart so hurt. I did not know the path that leads to clarity, letting the darkness grow in my obscurity. Acceptance, forgiveness, trust are my only gateway to a gentle existence. It is the pure opening to what lives outside, the end of my battles, the peace of my surroundings. To not accept is first to close oneself off from the world. Then comes the conflict where quiet anger rumbles. We reject the outside world and the soul separates, creating a vast void in the middle of the fog. And it is from this void, frozen to its very core, that absolutely all our fears end up being born. Separation plunges us into darkness, a sad isolation that steals our hope. We find ourselves alone, floating far from shore, and this immense void becomes our cage. That is where fear gives its very first cry, nourished by the nothingness where the heart fled. The fear of being hurt, the fear of being forgotten, come from this space we deserted. But today I return, I forgive my wrongs, I accept the present, I cherish these surroundings. I have regained trust in the air I breathe. The void has disappeared to let me smile. Closure, conflict, separation, and then the void. It's crazy how everything starts from there. Our fears are merely the children of this void we create ourselves. But all it takes is a forgiveness, an acceptance, a spark of trust, for the void to fill up with life once again. I am no longer afraid of the world. I am finally open.